What's going on, guys? It's Trevor Plays here, back again with the final anime episode review of My Hero Academia. And I know I've said this for all of mine is, yes, it's the dub, so obviously it is now being uploaded today, when the final dub episode has been revealed to the world. But this one's going to be actually pretty short, so there's not going to be too much stuff here, but obviously I will still have, the intro and outro and stuff like that, but the whole topic of this will be pretty short. So I'm just going to say this at the beginning, but if you guys are new to my channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified anytime I upload a video of anything on this channel. So without further ado, I guess I can just say, let's get right on into this video and roll the intro. Welcome, guys, to episode 25, or 63 in total, of My Hero Academia, and it is called Unrivaled, and this is the episode after we got revealed to the big three being animated for the first time. It is great. I love the big three. They're amazing characters. All three of their quirks are pretty cool. And then, their personalities are obviously quite different, but I think that is what makes the big three so special and unique, is because each of them, they have very strong quirks and can do pretty much almost anything, and they're also working with pro heroes, so they're technically sidekicks and stuff, but not only that, but we also get introduced to Mirio's quirk. We get to hear what it's called and what happens when he uses his quirk, and when he uses it, when he turns it off, and all this other stuff. But I'll get into that when I get to what happened in the episode. We get to hear Amakichi, or Amajiki, I think it's Amakichi, Amajiki, I think, but I just call him Tamaki because it's pretty simple to say, and that, or his hero name, but obviously we won't hear that until season 4, which I am glad to say that, yes, season 4 is, well, obviously it was still being animated it was beginning animation and all that anyway, once the Japanese aired or whatever, which was last week, and all that. But was it last week, or was it? Yeah, no, it was last week. But it was still good to know that season 4 is underway, and it is going to be amazing. I've said this multiple times in many of my other videos of My Hero and about season 4 and what's coming and all this other stuff. But yes, season 4 is going to be the best season of My Hero, hands down, completely, because it is amazing. I can't wait to get to see all of these fight scenes to be animated, because they're really well drawn in the manga, and I have to say that to see this art style being transferred over to animation is perfectly great. And one of the most things I love about My Hero is that it's panel by panel. Everything that happens in the episodes are done by either 1 or 2 chapters of My Hero, and they're done panel by panel. The only thing that I would say is different is the dialogue, the way that they speak. because obviously once it gets transferred into English, it has to change sometimes. But other than that, it's just normal dialogue, I guess you could say. But I do believe, though, that My Hero is obviously going to stay for a while, and obviously also noting that they're only in their second semester of UA, so they're still like freshmen. They're still first years. They're first years at UA, but they're in their second semester. So there's a lot of stuff that is going to be happening from here on out, but also in what's going on in the manga right now as well. It is a lot of stuff. It is a lot of stuff, and I have to say, once we get to this part that we're at in the manga, I can't wait. But I also can't wait for season 4 to finally air. And I'm hoping that it's either early next year, or I guess maybe in the middle of next year, because it's just going to be great when it gets animated and all that. So that way we can see what is going to happen and where the story is going from here on out. And it's going to be amazing. I know I'm repeating myself, but it is going to be amazing. And I know you could probably hear me in doing this and all that, but that's because for some reason my computer is being a butt, and yeah, not logging me out, but just going over stuff. Alright, whatever. But in this episode, I know that I've kind of just rambled on about some other stuff here, about what season 4 has to hold and what we're to be expected, kind of ish. But it's going to be great. You guys will be hyped. So wait for that, I guess. I don't know. I will be doing more anime reviews over season 4. But there will be some videos about season 1 and 2 and season 3 as well, but those will be spread out videos and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure I've talked about it a little bit here and there, but I'll talk about more about what these or what those videos entail in the actual videos once I release them and all that. But I digress. So what happened in this episode is, obviously, sure, we got introduced to the big 3. We also got introduced into their, I guess, play on words, quirkiness, on how Tamaki, he's very shy, and he's kind of like, I guess you could say kind of reserved and just wants to go home. So I thought that was kind of funny, but then, he also has like the very intense death stare that he did, which shocked everybody in the classroom. So that was pretty good. Then you have Hado, she's an airhead, so she asks a lot of questions and is very, very hyper. So yeah, that is for sure. That is, yeah, but still love Hado. She's great. Once we get to see her quirk, though, and her hero costume and all that, you guys will be excited for that. I'd also say Tamaki's as well. His is pretty cool. His quirk, kinda. I have to say kind of. I mean, like, I'm okay with his quirk. It's just that I can't really explain it because we're not even there yet, but I'll explain it when we're there. Because if you're an anime-only watcher and you watch my videos, then you know what's going on, or you don't know what's going on. But if you're a manga reader, then you guys know what he does. But his hero costume looks pretty cool, and honestly, I think it's one of the best ones out of all of them. And I'd have to say Hado's is my second favorite, and Mirio is my third. And in the way that how I scale the big 3 is, I like Hado, then I like Tamaki, and then I like Mirio. But don't get me wrong, Mirio may be my third. Obviously, out of the big 3, he's 3 for me. But don't get me wrong, I still like Mirio. I like all 3. I like the big 3. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the big 3. It just, the way that I list them is, it's my personal opinion. So, I like these characters, and I like the way that they are in this list, so there's that. So I will do character discussions and stuff like that later on when the big three stuff gets revealed in the anime, because I don't really want to do it right now, because because then I'll have to use manga panels, and manga panels don't really do well with YouTube and all that. So I'm just going to stick with the anime pictures, because that's what I have been doing, and that's what I do. So that is why I will be doing those videos, and probably a lot of other videos later on down the line, because obviously I need time to do them. And then another thing is, I want it to be revealed in the anime, so that way I can get clear colored pictures and all that, so it's visually appealing to everybody that watches my videos. And I know that, I'm whatever. Okay, so yes, back to the Mirio thing. We get introduced into Mirio's quirk and how it works. So after the whole Tamaki was being nervous and all that, Hado being an airhead and introducing everybody, Mirio stepped up and said that instead of just telling you guys what a work study is and how we do it, why don't we just show you? So he wanted to fight everybody in the class. So then we end up panning over to Gym Gamma, where they did their training of special moves early on in the season. Then we see Mirio stretching, limbering himself up, and then we see Tamaki off to the side, and then we see Hado messing with Ashido's horns. So like they're all spread out, but obviously it's to show what is going on and how they are compared to, or how the big three is compared to everybody in the hero course. So obviously that leaves a lot of things, but we have, well, this scene here, yeah, Mirio wipes out everybody, because he's strong, and he's honed his quirk to not only just be what he's used to, but also to be strong in and of itself. And we get an explanation of it, because they wanted to know, like, how does this quirk work? But then we got the scene here with Hado, and she's all like raising her hand and all this, saying, "Wait, me, I want to say it." So she says it. She says it's called permation, or I think I said that right. I think that is right. Hold on. Let me look before I get myself wrong, and then I have to do a subtitle, which I probably will end up doing. But I just want to know and make sure that I'm doing this right. Here we go. Yes, permeation. Or permeation, I think. I think I said that right. I don't know. But it grants him the ability to phase his body through physical matter. So what happens is he displays it as if he puts his foot, or he activates his quirk, but leaves his foot, not using it, steps through a wall, then undoes the quirk on his other foot, and then brings it back over, then he can technically, physically, phase through a wall. And then he also said that if he releases his quirk while he's falling through the ground, it just repels him back up to the surface in an instant, so it looked like he was warping around everywhere. But technically, it's literally just, he uses his quirk, he falls down to the ground, turns it back on, and just shoots right out somewhere else. So, it's a pretty cool quirk, and then, it's pretty much like, he can phase through stuff, so that's pretty cool. So, obviously, I will talk about this more in detail in Mirio's video, but obviously, like I said, I won't do that until the anime gets there. So, there's that. Also, he's a close range combat fighter, so if, you know, I mean, it makes sense, though, that he is. But, I mean, just in case if you guys didn't know already from this thing, he is a close range fighter. So, but that's pretty much it. We end off with the Class 1A being defeated by Mirio and all that, and then after that, it's just like, okay, we definitely need to do something, and we have to figure out what are we going to do with this. So everyone's trying to figure out what are they going to do for their work study. And at the very end, yes, I'm glad that these characters are finally being animated. At the very end of the episode, we got introduced to Bubble Girl and Sir Night Eye. Now, obviously, I can't really use, I don't know if I have an image. Yeah, I don't think I have an image from the anime. Or no, I do. I mean, I will. But yes, we get introduced to Bubble Girl and Sir Night Eye, which, if you guys did not know, actually, no, I'm not going to say it because that kind of spoils it. But yes, Bubble Girl is the sidekick to Sir Night Eye and all that. So, you know, they're pretty cool characters. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say anything because it kind of spoils about what happens. Not really what happens, but they're characters for Season 4 and all that. Same thing with Overhaul and all that. But that is it for me. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. I've been rambling on a little bit here and there every once in a while. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for me. So, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Please hit that thumbs up button if you did, and leave some comments down below. Now, obviously, like I said at the beginning of this video, please hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel, and also click that notification bell. I know that I'm doing this, but it's probably going to be over here, but whatever. Click that notification bell to be notified anytime I upload a video, and, yep, so I guess this is it for me, so bye guys, and see you next time.
My classmates and I are going beyond! My Hero Academia isn't done yet! See you in Season 4, plus Ultra!
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake. Cause I don't care at all. You've been out all night, I don't know where you've been. You're slurring all your words, not making any sense.